Hey guys, hi everyone. It's your girl Yechi here with another video. And today's video is my journey. It's me sharing, the whole blogging journey because I'm posting this video a day before my brand turns 4. And it has been 4 years of self-discovery, 4 years of delivering content, 4 years of getting a lot of no's, 4 years of selling myself, 4 years of getting yeses, 4 years of wins, 4 years of losses, 4 years of growth, honestly, and that's all I can call it. So this post, I'm going to be talking about my journey from start to finish, things that happened along the line, things that I'm grateful for, a couple of mistakes that I made here and there, and just to share it with you guys, because I feel like a lot of people just look at results and they're like, oh, why is my own not this way? Why is my blog not moving forward? Why is everything slow for me? And it's not actually the case. A lot of us had our down times. The only thing that makes a difference is that we kept on pushing, we kept on trying to be better. And guys, I just want to share my journey with you guys, things that have happened, a couple of things with dates, with proof, everything, just to tell you guys things I'm grateful for and my blogging journey, how I got to where I am, things I've done along the line that helped me, become more of IAMYEYCHI and make my brand stronger. So keep on watching. All right, so April 2016, that was when the idea of having a blog birthed. That's when everything started. That's when I started looking into, okay, becoming a blogger, like April 2016. I was still in school then. So around that time, Shola Fagbemi, she's a blogger. She took a course. She wanted to like teach people, okay, how to blog, being a blogger, things like that. So I went for the course. I wasn't even sure if I was actually going to do this blogging thing, but I'm like, okay, at least if I'm going to do it, let me at least learn something. So I attended the course. She about different aspects of blogging. I remember I took down notes. Oh my god, I used that jotter, the jotter where I wrote things from that class. I used it for like 2 years. I was always going back to look through the things that she said. So I came back home in May and I started working on starting my blog. I did a lot of research because I didn't know anything about managing a website. Okay, my sister had some knowledge and she was with me. So she was always like assisting me here and there. But I would stay up, I would Google how to build a website, things like that. I didn't have any money to pay for a domain. So I simply went straight to using a free website, that is wordpress.com, and I started out. So I typed my blog post and I said I was going to give myself a date. I wasn't just going to upload it whenever I felt like I was actually going to pick a date. So I said, let me wait till 1st of June. And June is one of my favorite months. So I waited till June. 1st of June, I published my blog post. I never forget that day. I was so excited. And the picture in that blog post was taken with a Samsung A5. It was my sister's phone. She did my makeup for me. We went to the courtyard. I was like, I don't have a nice background. We used a yellow cardboard and we took the picture in the courtyard there. There was no artificial light. We just waited till it was bright and then we took the picture. And honestly, that's how I started out. Published my first blog post and I'll never forget that day. I got featured on one of all these blogger pages and I remember running around in the living room. I felt joy. I was so happy. I started getting comments on my blog. I'm like, first of all, I didn't even know if people would actually go and read it like that too. And then you guys read it and then you guys are even commenting. I'm like, okay, I'm kind of a big deal. So a lot of people were posting, Yechi has a blog, Yechi has opened her blog, Yechi has started her blog, like my friends from school. And I got to 1,000 followers on Instagram. Guys, I felt rush within me. Like I felt so happy. I felt really happy because from a young age I knew that I wanted to have a voice that thousands of people would hear, that a lot of people would hear. So the numbers were, when I got to 1,000, I felt rush in my body and I was really excited. So I moved on to other parts of blogging. As I said, it was a journey of self-discovery. I did my first fashion post. I think that was like my second post. I did my first fashion post, and it was on summer brown. I took that picture in my compound, also with my sister's phone. Camera was not even in view. There was not even thought of me owning my camera. I just wanted to do what I can do with whatever I had. So I posted it, and I started trying to do more fashion. I did a couple of story times. I did a couple of talks too, like inspirational talk on my blog, and I was just trying to be consistent. There were times where I would fall out. I would not post for a while. I would come back, then I would try to, keep up posting. I had times during my journey where I compared myself, because I would see bloggers that started after me doing like much better. But I would always sit down, have a pep talk with myself, and remind myself to own my journey, own my process, and just let myself be me. I was also handling it with school, so I was always giving myself a tap on the shoulder that I'm not just doing this, I'm also doing this while being an engineering student. So that's how it was for me. That's how I stopped. With doing that over time, I stopped comparing myself. I started being grateful for the little things that would happen. I was promoting myself. I was promoting every single blog post. I was trying to make it better, trying to make my website better. I did a lot of research. I did a lot of research. So one whole year of blogging, I was still on my .wordpress.com. I was content with my space. I would switch up my theme, switch up a couple of things on my WordPress, and it was really exciting for me. It's always made me feel some techie, like I know tech small. So that's how it was for me. And reaching a year, I started learning about being able to make money from blogging. Like when I started blogging, there was not like making money was not in view at all. So I started learning how you can make money from your blog here and there. And then a lot of people were saying, you have to have your own website, have your own space on the internet, have your own domain. I started researching on how to get a domain, and I finally wrapped my head around it. I did my site just the way I wanted it to be. I tried to find the easiest means. I paid for my domain. We'll never forget, it cost me 30 something thousand naira, like 35,000 naira. I paid it like the day before I went to school, and I used the money that I was supposed to feed in school to pay for my domain. Guys, when I went back to school, because I was going back to school for SWEP, that's some engineering program we do. When I got to school, guys, I was broke, but I tried so hard not to let it show. Because that money I removed from my allowance was a lot. And of course, because I was trying to be a big girl, I didn't want to now go back home and start complaining, things like that. That was like a huge cut, but it proved to me that I really had passion for this, and I really wanted to be more. So my blog's anniversary, that was June 1st, 2017. My first blog's anniversary, that was 1st of June 2017. I launched my website, which is currently what I'm still using, my website, my own domain, IAMYEYCHI.com. It was no longer IAMYEYCHI.wordpress.com. It was a .com. Designed my website that day. That same day, my website crashed. I did not even know what was happening. People could not see my website. I was running helter-skelter. I was logged out. I couldn't access my C panel. I couldn't access my admin to change things. So luckily for me, we're in school with a couple of guys from computer science department. I would never forget running around to look for someone that was able to do websites, running different things. And all of these things just reminded me that I really have passion for it. So anytime I felt like stopping, anytime I felt like quitting, I remember that there was a time where I used my allowance to buy a domain and I went hungry. There was a time where I was running around school looking for someone to help me fix my website. And these were things that I picked up along the line that showed me that, Yechi, girl, you have passion for this thing, and you really want to do this. So that was just it. So I continued. I kept on pushing. I kept on learning about working with brands, trying to get brands to work with you. So I started to do product reviews because I wanted to work with like skincare brands. I wanted to work with hair brands. I wanted to work with a couple of fashion brands. So I started with like product reviews. I reviewed products for my hair. Then my hair was natural. I was very crazy about it. I was reviewing product for my hair, reviewing product for my skin because I really love taking care of my skin. And in March 2018, guys, see the gap. I started June 2016 and I did not get a brand collaboration till March 2018. So my very first paid collaboration was with CC Glam. And then they reached out to me saying, okay, we want to work with you, we want to send your products to review, let us know how much you charge, or like send your rates card. And I'm like, hold up, rates card? I was a little bit confused about it. So I rushed, read up on the internet. I'll never forget that. I read up on the internet what a rate card is. In less than 24 hours, my rate card was ready. Guys, I don't even know where I got the prices I put on that rate card from, because the prices were not even, they were not even decent at all. But 24 hours, I used Canva, learned how to make a rate card, sent my rate card to them. They agreed, they paid me, sent their products for them, and I did a review for them. Like, it took me almost 2 years to get a first paid brand collaboration. Now, people have gotten brand collaboration in 6 months. People have gotten brand collaboration in 3 years. So it is just a matter of knowing your journey, and I was happy about it. So them even accepting to pay me was great. I felt so pumped up. I felt like, okay, I was actually worth somebody's coins, and that was like a very, very good motivation for me. So I kept on pushing, trying to reach out to brands. I was always getting Ella. And when it comes to creative industry, the worst response you can get is no response. It's even better for them to tell you, no, we're not looking for people like you. They're going to tell you nothing, just hear crickets. Absolutely nothing. For me, it was bad. I got a lot of no replies. But guess what? Guess who didn't stop? Me. I kept on reaching out to brands. I kept on pushing, just trying to put myself in their face, honestly. And that was just a trick for me. I was doing my own thing, like with or without brand collaborations. I continued to do my own blogging thing. Because after CC Glam, I started getting plenty brand collaborations. I was reaching out, getting Ella, area, we move. Simple. So I had a couple of rejections in my blogging journey, but I honestly kept on pushing. Sometimes brands would read my DMs, they won't reply. I would always go back and try to find a way to structure emails to reach out to brands. When I started, it was like that, hi, I like your product, I want to work with you. I've not worked with brands before. I have a small audience. I was just saying rubbish in my mails to pitch. But I started learning how to pitch properly to brands, and it was a learning process for me in all areas: how to build my website, how to work with people better, how to grow my page, how to interact with my audience better. I was constantly learning. So still on learning, a couple of things that I did was going out for events, going out for workshops. Like, see, I was seizing opportunities big time, like big time. So 2018 summer, I was in Lagos during the holiday, and guys, I was trying so hard going out for events. I remember I went for one event for, creators, photographers, bloggers at Terra Culture in Lagos. I met Nobu Igwe there, and that, led to other aspects of me starting to write for Style Vitae for a while. Other events, I went for Google event when they had an event in Lagos. I went for their Manifest Network when they held a master class. Because of the people on that panel, like everything now art, like BDME of LSFPR, I left school to attend that event. See, so no, you can't, after all this, you can't even tell me that, okay, this is not what I'm supposed to be doing, or I missed it, or I don't have passion for this. Like, these are things that nobody's even pushing me, and I'm legit pushing myself to do it. I was always trying to go for events, meet with people. It was always so refreshing. I'm never forget the day I met Dima. Hey, like Dima I've been seeing on screen. Like, I met Dima, just seeing how influencers are in real life, talking to other people, negotiating with like minds. Like, it is a very, very beautiful thing. Still, last year I went for the bloggers workshop. Yeah, they had this workshop, different speakers. Ifo Mamadi was there. This thing called Fashion Oye was the host of the whole thing. So these are things that I did not take for granted and added to my journey, because I gained a lot of things. And there's just this ginger. When you have like a conversation with people that like you guys talk about your experiences, the good, the bad, the ugly. There's just this ginger that you go home with, and you just try, and you just want to be a better person. So that has been it. After that, like 2019 was like "Oh, ye brands, come forth." Oh my god. It was like Yechi is ready to work with brands. So like trying to pitching myself here and there, I started getting a couple of yeses. I started getting yes here and there. I started working with Jumia, I think 2018. I think the very first campaign was for their tech week. They had this mobile phone tech week, and I worked with them. Then there was their Black Friday, and then 2018 I started working with Jumia, like well, and it just opened doors for me. Honestly speaking, I feel like as I started working with them, I started pushing myself to create better content, because it was no longer for just me and my audience. There was a brand in play. I was getting paid to do this thing. So it started pushing me to create better content, and I started getting noticed by more brands. Also via Jumia, I got to work with Daniel Wellington and a couple of other brands. Honestly, I also got to work with Mega Growth. I got to work with Darling, different brands. I was really excited when I got in for the Bolt influencer campaign, and I got to work with Bolt. Guys, I cannot even start to mention how particular things happen, but some of the brand collaborations I've gotten because someone told them, okay, try Yechi. Yechi is a good person. So sometimes it was my work speaking for me. Sometimes it was me actually speaking for myself and reaching out to this brand. Sometimes it was a PR. It was through a PR agency. So different things have honestly happened, and I'm really grateful for this journey, for everything that has happened, the ups and downs, the times that I've been frustrated, felt like nothing was working here and there. So when I started blogging, like going into my blogging journey, I never thought I would have a YouTube channel. When IGTV started, I was like, okay, yeah, I can now post like videos, because video content was what was trending now. So I started doing style videos here and there, but IGTV was quite frustrating. So I started looking into, okay, where else can I pull my content? I was all about growth. Honestly, that's what my mind was on. That's what I was focused on. So I started learning about YouTube. It took me like 3 months to decide, prep, and start YouTube. Like, I will not even lie. I was on IT during that whole period, so I was very free. Just go to work, come back, and then browse. So I started learning different things about YouTube. Started learning how to film or reach out to people that are already doing YouTube or already creating video content. Try to ask them for like advice. What you guys think about this? Trying to create a setup. I even ordered things from AliExpress when I was trying to get into YouTube. So I invested in myself. I invested in my brand so many times. My camera, when I finally got it, I was so happy, guys. I got it August 2017. That was like a year and a couple of months after I started blogging. It was actually a gift from my dad to me. I actually put pressure on him to get me that particular gift. I didn't want any other thing. All I wanted was a camera then. And then I got my second lens in 2019, sorry. So for me, I have invested in my brand different times. One of the things that is still keeping me running, still keeping me going ahead. So when I started YouTube, I started YouTube 12th of August 2019. So it has not even been a year on YouTube, and I just wanted a place where I could create more content. I'd consumed so much YouTube content over the years that I felt like, okay, let me actually come here and drop my voice and all. Secondly, I started YouTube because I wanted to go into TV. And you know the way opportunity is so scarce. Like let's be real with ourselves. Like for you to get into like Nollywood, get into media in Nigeria, it's quite difficult. And most of the time they work with people that are already established, like they already have past knowledge. Because of the kind of school I'm in, there's definitely nothing like me leaving school to go and do TV work here and there. So I just wanted to get myself acquainted with sitting in front of a camera, learning things like, okay, how to talk, use a mic, this and that. So I'm like, YouTube would definitely teach me more about sitting in front of a camera, not being camera shy, being able to interact with people that I cannot see. And that is great for being a TV girl. So that was just it for me, honestly. So the YouTube journey has been crazy. I've set targets for myself. That's one thing that has really kept me running on YouTube. That is setting targets for myself, how many subscribers I want to have by this particular period, motivating myself a whole lot, and staying consistent on YouTube has been difficult, but I'm glad that I'm doing it. Like, I'm happy that I'm able to do it. So for me, it has been serving my audience, making sure my next post is better than the last, pushing myself, a different parts of my journey that I cannot even start to talk about. Another thing I'm grateful for was speaking engagement. I've always known that I want to be a speaker right since I was like 10. Like, since I was very, very little, I would practice speaking to people in my room. So I got my very first speaking engagement from Lagos Fashion Hangout, and it was like a really little class, but I was happy with the people that I was even speaking with. Like, who am I to be speaking with this kind of people? Like, well, I was really, really excited about it. After that, I sent in a pitch to speak at Slave Festival. And guys, I have the very first Slave Festival that I knew of. I watched it through somebody's story. Like, that was Valerie. And I saw it through Valerie's story. The following year, I made sure I went for Slave Festival. And then 2019, I'm like, I actually want to speak here. When I saw an opening for the speaking engagement, I jumped at it. I sent in my video, posted it on my page. I had great support from my audience, and I don't take it for granted at all. So I got the slot to be a speaker at Slave Festival, and that is still one thing that when I close my eyes for till date, I'm very, very grateful for, because it was beautiful, and I absolutely still love that day from date. I came from school to speak at that event. I pushed for my exia to be approved. So these are things that, I remember, and I'm like, I definitely cannot quit. So that is what my journey has been like, filled up with a lot of perseverance, a lot of craving for growth, a lot of research, a lot of learning about myself, learning about everything. And my brand, I'm so grateful for it. Isn't it like it grew into the student planner, launched my presets recently, different things, and more things are coming on the way. I'm really grateful for the whole journey, because without blogging, as a person, Yechi Oninyelem, call myself my birth name, Oninyekchi will not be where she is today at all if she just did only school. So I'm very happy that I have both. Like, I'm almost getting my degree. I'm 4 years into blogging. I'm grateful. I'm really grateful for all the opportunities that have come my way, the ones that I have built for myself, the ones I went looking for, and the ones that came my way. I'm grateful for every single one of them. To all the brands I've worked with, I'm really, really happy that we got to work together. Thank you for trusting me with your product. Thank you for trusting me with your money. Thank you for believing that I can actually deliver content for you guys. And to my audience, you guys are the best. Like, thank you guys so much for being with me on this journey, for watching my videos, for supporting me. There are times whereby I don't even say much, and then you guys are already pumped up. You guys are steadily dropping comments on my posts, send me messages, sharing my posts. Like, that's a big one. Guys, I'm really, really grateful for this whole journey. If you are starting out as a blogger, or you're about to start out, I would tell you one simple thing: own your journey, own your process. Know that you're very different from the person next to you. Don't compare yourself. Do not doubt yourself, because as a blogger, self-doubt is going to kill you. It's going to kill how you react with your audience. See, especially we in Nigeria, we vibe a lot with confidence. You know, when someone is selling something to you, sometimes the reason why you buy is not because that product is good, but because of the way the person sold it to you. So also, as a blogger, if you really want to sell yourself to people, to brand, to grow your page, you have to, first of all, be really confident in what you do. And you as a person, do not don't even do self-doubt. It doesn't work at all. Self-doubt will also affect you when you try to do your pricing. You will start to collect chicken money that you're not supposed to be collecting. So know your process, own your journey, and just go with it. You're going to have days that you would look back and be really, really grateful for not quitting. Like today, I'm grateful that I didn't stop when my website crashed. I'm grateful that I didn't stop when, everything was looking a bit off, when school was here for me. I'm really, really grateful today that, I continued blogging, and I'm really, really grateful that I didn't stop when I didn't get replies from brands. I continued pushing myself here and there, and these days, like, I'm getting yeses, like I'm getting, the money's coming in and all. I'm kidding, but yeah, I'm really, really grateful. So guys, that has been 4 years of blogging. I'm sure this video is quite lengthy, but I just had to share my heart and talk you guys through my whole journey. So please do wish me, happy vlog anniversary, happy brand anniversary in the comment section. I love you guys so much. Bye.